The universe is vast, filled with hundreds of billions of galaxies, each containing billions of stars and possibly trillions of planets. Given these numbers, it seems logical to assume that intelligent life should be common, yet we haven't heard a single word from any of them. No messages, no signals, no spacecraft, just silence. This strange contradiction is known as the Fermi Paradox. If intelligent life is likely, where is everybody? One possible explanation is something scientists call the Great Filter. The idea is that somewhere between the formation of a habitable planet and the rise of a spacefaring civilization, there's a step or several steps that are extremely unlikely. Most life never makes it past this filter. If that filter is ahead of us, then perhaps most civilizations end before becoming capable of interstellar communication. But if the filter is behind us, then we may be among the very few to have survived it. To figure out where the filter might be, we need to look at life's history on Earth. Life began here very early, within the first few 100 million years. That suggests the origin of life itself might not be so rare. But what came afterward took much longer. For nearly 3.5 billion years, life remained simple, single-celled and microscopic. Then around 2 billion years ago, something extraordinary happened. A new kind of cell emerged, the eukaryotic cell, and it changed everything. Unlike simpler cells, eukaryotic cells have a nucleus and internal structures called organelles. All complex life on Earth, plants, animals, fungi, descends from this type of cell. The emergence of eukaryotes might have been one of the rarest and most important events in Earth's history. It happened when one primitive cell absorbed another, not to digest it, but to live with it. The internalized cell eventually became the mitochondrion, an organelle specialized for producing energy. This partnership was revolutionary. Mitochondria gave cells the ability to produce much more energy than before, making it possible for them to grow larger, carry more DNA, and support more complex structures. But this energy upgrade wasn't the only change happening. Recent research suggests there was also a major shift in how genetic information was used. In simpler organisms, almost all DNA codes for proteins. But in complex life forms, much of the DNA doesn't make proteins at all. It controls how and when genes are expressed. Scientists discovered that around the same time mitochondria evolved, genes kept getting longer, but proteins stopped increasing in size. That means more DNA was being used for regulation, not just protein production. Life had developed a new kind of operating system. This shift was crucial. Before, evolution depended on randomly discovering new proteins to solve problems. But longer proteins become harder to fold correctly, making evolution slower and less efficient. With this new genetic regulation, life could achieve greater complexity without needing ever longer proteins. It could reuse and reconfigure existing tools more creatively. And all of this happened during one of the most hostile periods in Earth's history. The Great Oxidation Event flooded the atmosphere with oxygen, which was toxic to most organisms at the time. Then came the Snowball Earth, a global glaciation that nearly froze the planet solid. Despite, or perhaps because of, these environmental crises, life adapted in radical ways. The energy problem was solved by mitochondria. The information problem was solved by a new genetic system. The result? A biological explosion of complexity. Eukaryotic cells gave rise to multicellular life. Another symbiotic event led to the formation of plants. Eventually, animals evolved. And here we are. So what does all of this mean for the Fermi Paradox? It might suggest that while simple life could be common across the universe, the leap to complexity is incredibly rare. The conditions on Earth may have aligned in a unique way. The right kind of cell, at the right time, under extreme stress, found a path forward that almost never happens. If that's true, then the Great Filter is behind us. That would be good news. It means the silence in the cosmos isn't a warning about our future, but a testament to how rare and precious our past truly is. On the other hand, we still don't fully understand how or why eukaryotic cells evolved. Was it a chain of lucky steps or a freak accident never repeated elsewhere? Until we find life elsewhere, or don't, we won't know. But perhaps out there in the galaxy, there are countless worlds with oceans and microbes and green slime. But no plants, no animals, no civilizations. Just life that never made the leap. And if that's the case, then the responsibility lies with us. We are not just another species. We are the result of a rare event that the universe may not offer twice. Our future is not dictated by probabilities anymore.